My name is Dunham, also known as the AK-47, the Minister of Destruction, but I'm from Stockton, California. Raised half my life there, raised half my life inside Fairbanks, Alaska. So my family and I started boxing all at the same time. That's including my mama. We all started boxing at the exact same time. That was one reason that I joined, and the fact that all my friends were boxers as well and stuff like that. Everybody knew how to fight, and I didn't want to be the only one out of the group that didn't know how to fight. So I wanted to make sure I could still hold my own when it came down to it.
Your mom was a boxer?
Yeah, my mom started boxing with us the whole family joined at the same time, and I guess she wanted to beat us up and make it legal, from what I got out of it. Well, when I first came to the Bumblebee boxing team, I was just a straight out brawler. I came from Alaska thinking I was the best ever. I thought I was a gift to boxing. And then I came down here and was getting my butt whooped. I found out firsthand I didn't know nothing about boxing until I met Coach Bumblebee. And then he taught me how to box and everything. So now I know how to bang and I know how to box too. I see myself more as an offensive / counter-puncher type boxer. I go in for the kill, but at the same time, I know how to make them pay. If they miss, if I can make them miss, I'm gonna make them pay. I idolized Mike Tyson growing up. I really did and everything. Not for the attitude or the demeanor that he brought into the ring, but just his ferocity. The man, even though he had a lot of issues outside of boxing, I wasn't focused with his issues outside of boxing. I was focused with what he accomplished in the ring. And the man was a beast in the ring. I love the aggression. I love just having that kind of authority, power, making people fear you just by stepping foot inside of the ring. That's something I always wanted. My grandma, she used to, on my mom's side, my abuela, she always used to tell me, she said, oh, this is my little Mike Tyson. And little did she know, I ended up going to boxing. And then afterwards, even now, she's like, I should tell you that, but now I'm kind of like, oh my God, my baby. I see myself going for a title all the way, because you only live once. Tomorrow ain't promised today. That being said, every new day that I get, I'm going to shoot to the top. I'm not going to stop where I'm at. I'm not going to be comfortable with just a little bit. I will never be satisfied even with a lot of stuff. But that being said, I want to make sure I go to the top, maintain my status at the top. I want to be king of the hill until the day I retire. A minister inside of my church, a Macedonia Baptist Church. Now, that being said and everything, I want to get back to the church first and everything, because you build the church up and you're able to build the building, and then you kind of help them build programs to help other people. I'm going to be giving back every which way I can, because I'm not into material things. I really ain't. That's just to be real. Mayweather got some money, good for him and stuff, he earned it. Other people got their money, good for them, they earned it and stuff, they could do what they want with their money. Me and everything, I gotta give back, because I wouldn't have made it this far unless somebody else helped me. God puts people inside of my life so they can help me, and now he's gonna put me inside somebody else's life so I can bless them as well. I want to be a well-liked fighter. I want to be known as a fighter that anytime you step inside the ring with me, there's gonna be a fight. It's not gonna be one person surviving me, just trying to survive to get a win. It's not for the win. I'm in
glorified sparring match.
Yeah, exactly. Glorified sparring match. I'm not in it for no sparring match. I could get that over here inside our gym. I'm in it to hurt somebody. Don't get me wrong and stuff like that. I do hold everybody's life. I don't want to kill nobody, nothing like that. I hold people's life dear. But right. That being said and everything, yes, I am a minister, saying I'll put hands on you, but then I'll put hands on you. Yeah, we'll pray for you afterwards. I just left the amateurs ranked number 6 in the nationals. So I'm number 6 in the nation right now. As an amateur, that was one of my greatest accomplishments. But up to that, I had made it to regional golden gloves, regular golden gloves, I'm an Oregon State Golden Glove, Pacific Northwest champion 3 times, McCracken Fight Night champion, Arctic Glove champion.
Say that MMA and ultimate fighting is kind of overshadowing boxing right now. What will you do as a fighter to bring the people back to boxing and to its glory and how it was in the, let's say, the days of Ali and a la Sugar Ray Leonard?
Well, so many people are worried about losing instead of actually going in to fight the match. And they're so worried about the destination, what they're trying to get, they're forgetting about the journey. They forget the simple fact that people have lost before. The greatest ever, they've all lost before. Hell, and Henry Armstrong, he lost so much he had to change his name before he became Henry Armstrong. He lost a bunch and then he became one of the greatest of all time, Sugar Ray Leonard. He lost before and he is known as one of the greatest, if not the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali. Everybody can't be the fact that you win, if you win or lose and everything like that, that shouldn't be your mindset. It's the goal, but it's not the mindset. You should be going in there to fight. You should be going in there to, you know, it's a gladiator sport. So many people are so concerned about surviving and stuff that's why people start looking at UFC and everything and going to there, because those boys going in to fight. And that's why I plan to bring back. Anytime I come into a fight, I'm coming in to fight. I always got to go. Whether it's mine or not, I'm not worried about that. I mean, yes, you want to be on the top the longest, you want to be undefeated, you want to be on the top the longest, but it's not about just being on the top the longest, because let's say if you lose that one time, it's about how you actually bounce back from being from that loss and everything like that. Or are you gonna let it devastate you? Or are you gonna let it take over your mind to where you start going around and you just, forgetting about boxing and going off doing everything else that don't matter, and you lose. Yeah, you just lose where you're at. You're not yourself no more. It's not about that. As soon as you fall off the horse, you get right back up. I mean, that's what it's about. That's what made Sugar Ray Robinson one of the greatest. When he fell off, he got back up. Willie Pep, when he fell off, he got back up. Muhammad Ali, when he fell off, he got back up, and that's what it's about. That's a simple thing. They see it on TV, but they don't understand. Those same people, we have people come to this gym, Bumblebee Boxing Gym, off the streets, wanting to, show coach what they have. And that being said, they get in the ring and they can't last 30 seconds. They're out of gas. They finally realize that there's so much more to boxing. Boxing is an art itself. It's just like playing chess and everything. And when you play chess, you got to be a mastermind behind what's going on. It's not just your mind controls your body. I'm a very humble person. I love the Lord. I love God. I put God first before everything. And then that being said and everything, I have an outside life. I like going out, being with family if I can, but I'm focused, very focused on what I want. I'm a determined person. Whenever I see a door open up for me, I step through that door. I take that opportunity. I'm not somebody that sits back. I don't let the outside world dictate how I live my life and everything. I don't go out and party. I don't go out and do this. I don't go out and do that. I stay focused on what I'm doing, because I know if you put 100% of yourself in, then you're gonna get 100% of the result that you wanted. Boxing is a complete life changer. It's like every time that, before I started boxing and stuff like that, I would be out on the streets and I would get into mischief. I do a lot of things, because a lot of times when you're younger and everything, you kind of just go on with the crowd and everything. And you kind of go and play as part of the team, whether it be good team or bad team. Boxing itself singles you out. It makes it a discipline sport. It makes it to where it's all about you. There's nobody, no team around you when you're in that ring. When you're in that ring, it's you and the other opponent. Therefore, you have to be completely disciplined. You have to be completely into whatever you're doing. Not even just 90%. You got to be 100% into everything that you're doing. And you got to know what you're doing. You got to remember everything you've been taught. You have to have the muscle memory going. It's something, it's not just a sport, it's a lifestyle. Because, I mean, sports you can play. You can play basketball, you can play football. You can't play boxing. That's a gladiator sport. You got to be in it to win it, bottom line. All right, so I've won, like I said, several championships, 8 different championships, but the ones that I got belts on, they have stories behind it. I got this one right here down at the bottom. This is an Oregon State Golden Gloves Championship right here. I was fighting in the tournament, beat the guy so bad the first day. The second day, came back and came to the weigh-in and said, "Nah, I don't want to fight you, man. You can have the belt." So that was a good victory for me because that was my first belt. So I was extremely excited about that. So it got me hungry. I wanted more. And then I was fighting the McCracken Fight Night. That's a battle for the borders. We had different champions from different states come by. And then I was fighting the Oregon State champ. And then I remember he had knocked me down the first round. He knocked me down the first round because I was throwing a lazy jab. And then I made a comeback. I got so mad that he knocked me down. I don't like being knocked down. I don't like being hit, period. And I know it's part of the game, but I don't like being hit. I want to be the hitter. You the baseball, I'm the bat. Get it right. So either which way, I came back and after that knockdown, first round, so I put the beating on him. Second round, I knocked him out cold. So cold, he didn't even want to stay inside the weight class. He didn't move up, he didn't move down, but he moved up, which I thought was weird. But at the same time, his coach said he ain't never been hit like that in his life. So I got this belt right here. Then I got this belt right here for 2013, Boxer of the Year. You gotta be the baddest of the baddest, and you gotta be hungry. You gotta be hungry. You gotta get whatever you can get and everything. You gotta get it yourself. It's not gonna be handed to you.
So you become welterweight champion of the world. What's next?
Then I'm gonna have to unify the belts. And after I unify the belts, I'm gonna have to hold that position and stay the king of the hill, like I said before, until somebody's bad enough to take it from me.